Good day everyone, I welcome you to another section of this training, and in today's video I will be showing you how I was able to achieve this birthday flyer design. So without further ado, let's get started. So head over to my default here. Alright, so I'll go to the plus icon, then from gallery going to locate my image, which should be in my photo room folder. So this is my photo room folder. So I'm going to choose the image, which is this, and crop. Alright, I'm going to crop this. Okay, so I'm going to increase the size of this. I guess we'll come over to this, the object icon, then let me still crop this. Alright, so place in position, and then over to my color filter, then I'm going to heal this image to about 128, and over to saturation -100. I'm going to increase the contrast to 12 is okay. Alright, so we are good to go. Then over to shape, so over to my gradient, click the plus icon. So this slide should be color white, and this other slide should be transparent. Okay, alright, so move this, and we are good to go. So I'm going to blend this image to the background. So this is what I'll do. Okay, move this up. Sorry. Alright, copy. Good to go. Okay, then over to my layer, I'm going to lock this, or can still come over here, over to just color, and then choose the white from here. Okay, so then lock this image also, and over to the plus icon again from gallery. So I'm going to be importing the second image, which should be my download, and this is it. So this is it. I'm going to crop this. Alright, so then I'm going to reduce the size of this, place it here. Okay, to place this here. Alright, so I'm going to add some shadows so that this can be kind of realistic. You can see the foot on the floor is kind of somehow. So I'll go over to sticker, and then click here, then over to color, enable black, so black. Alright, so just stretch this out and reduce the size. Sorry, I'm going to reduce the size and then take this below. Okay, then use the position tool to place this here. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the opacity. Okay, this is okay. So next thing is over to sticker again. So when I click sticker, there is this lens flare that will appear here, but if I click on this check mark icon, it will go out. You can see it went out. So I'll go back to sticker again. So instead of me clicking this, I'll just click in my working canvas, in my design space, just click here. So this is it. So I'll go over to color again, go back to the color and then make it black. So I'm going to rotate this. Alright, reduce the size. Then I'll go over to my 3D rotate. Okay, then place this, then make it to the back of this and use my position tool and so lock this to increase the size of this. Okay, over to position, then over to rotate, okay, over to my 3D again. So alright, so I'm going to move this to the back, just move it backward, up, and we are good to go. So after this, one more thing, so I'll copy this, still on shadow, then I'll go over to opacity. Okay, let me put this here so you can see. Opacity to 0, over to shadow and enable shadow. Then I'm going to reduce to about 17. Then click the check mark icon. Then I'll go over to my eraser. So I'm going to erase all of this. Erase all of this. So I'm going to use this a bit. Okay, so I'll zoom in. Alright, okay. Okay. So erase this. So this is just what I need. So I'm going to place this to the back of this, and then using my position tool, move it upward. So it's just to get the shadow. So I'll go over to my opacity, then I'll go over to the shadow again, blur reduce, and to reduce the blur, then the opacity of the color, which is black. So I'll click this plus icon and reduce the opacity here. Alright, still reduce it. Okay, let me increase it a bit. Okay, and we are good to go. So just as if the the shadow now, the image is now more realistic. So I'll go over to lock these layers. So now we move to the next, which is our text. So go over to the text option, which is this. So plus, then enable. So celebrating a godmother. Celebrating a godmother. Alright, so over to my font. The Montserrat medium should do. And give the size of this. Okay, place it here. Alright, so come over to text and then bring in the text, which is Rosy first, and then over to my font. So I'll be making use of this font, Pinocchio font, Rosy. So I increase the size. I'm going to increase the size, reduce it a little, and also reduce the size of this. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in here. Zoom in. Alright, so increase a bit. Okay. Alright. Then over to Rosy. Okay. Then copy. And then edit this to rose. So Rosy rose. Okay. Sorry. Alright. So this is it. Then I'm going to zoom out now. Then send the rows to the back of the image. We'll send the rows to the back. And just send it to the back. Sorry, to the back. Okay. Alright, so and now go over to color. So move this out. Okay, so I'll come over to my color now. But before I do that, let me move this up a little. Okay, over to color and then gradient. So click the plus icon. So go over to my color and then the pencil icon, then put the color code. Color code is F5 4D53. Okay, that is color code for this slide, and this other slide the color code is 99073E. Okay, and this is it. So I'm going to, this is it. So let me make it like this. Alright, then over to the next rows, same color gradient. Pick this. So that's it for the rows. So I'll go back to my layer and try to bring this down a little because it's affecting the text rows. Alright, so this is okay. So Next is to go over to the shape icon here, then going over to gradient to choose this also, and then reduce the size. And to reduce the size, and this will do. Then come over to text. So I will just over to my text and then type in happy glorious birthday, happy glorious birthday. Alright, then over to my font. I'm going to be using Montserrat Bold. Okay, and use the size, place it here, and use the size a little, and let me increase it a little. Okay, color white, so white. Okay, and my line spacing, this is okay. And over to this shape, I'll lock this, then over to the shape, and use this a little and bring it down. Increase this. Alright, so unlock the text, then bring it down a little. Okay, so I'll go over to the shape again, then opacity 0, then stroke, then come over to check mark icon. So I'm going over to crop now, and then just crop this part, just this part. Right, so reduce the size. I'm still going to crop it, be a little bit smaller. Okay, moving position. Alright, so I'm going to move this out a little. Okay, then over to color, over to color. I guess I will make the color same with the celebrating the godmother. So to pick the color, go over to my text option, over to color, click the plus icon. Okay, so I can see the color automatically shows here. So I'll come back to this, and then over to the shape, then over to color, then click on this. Right, so I'm going to copy, so then rotate this, I'm going to rotate this, go to rotation to perfect it. Okay, so perfect. So over to my position, then place this here. Alright, so this is it. So I'm going to select this and then move it out a bit. Okay, then over to my font, sorry, over to my text, then typing in the name, which is Roslyn. Alright, I'll place this here. Then over to my font, I'll be making use of, where is this font? Great Sailor, which is this. So this will be here. Then over to color, then gradient should be this gradient. Okay, let me try and see spacing, and this is okay. So increase the size by 1 and see. Okay, so that's it. Then I'm going to copy this text and color this. Then I'm going to edit it. We have long life. Okay, before that, sorry for that, go over to shape. This is it. So come over to color, so make it like this, and then opacity 0, then stroke width should be about 6. So reduce the size. I'm going to zoom in and bring this here. Alright, okay, so reduce the stroke width. S3 is okay, and reduce, this is okay. Okay, so move this up, and then over to my, okay, move this away a bit, over to text. So zoom out. Let me reduce this. Let me still reduce it. Okay. I'll just go back to edit and do that. So reduce it. Alright, so position. Still back to edit and okay. Okay. So it's better you go back to edit in order for you not to distort this shape. If I move the angles here now, you'll see that it will be distorted. So just zoom out and still move it up, and then I'm going to copy this text, copy, edit. So wishing you to reduce it. Over to my text and increase the size a bit. So I'll edit this and make this capital later. Right. Okay, so I'll still edit this shape and reduce the stroke. Okay. Go to the text, move this. Alright, so zoom out. Okay, then over to this shape, then color should be this. Alright, so I'll have to reduce this shape. I'll reduce it here and this. Okay, and take it up. Okay, so zoom in. This is okay. Then over to copying this, then input long life and happiness. Okay, so color, line spacing, alright, so reduce the size. And place it here. So I'll zoom in, place this here, then over to my shape, then bring in a triangle, which is this, reduce the size, then like this. Okay, now rotate it to this aspect, reduce it. Over to color, to my gradient, click on the plus icon. So be using an orange and the yellow gradient here. Alright, so go like this. Okay, so reduce the size. Then I'm going to move this here. Still move this up a little. Move this upward. Okay, so copy this, bring it also here, make sure they are in alignment with the text and also with each other. So still going to move this forward. Alright, just one more. Okay, then move it down just once, then copy, and move it down. Alright, and this is it. So next thing, copy this. I'm going to copy this, then place it here, then copy, place it here. So put in position, copy again, place it here. Alright, so I'll be taking this to the back, and to the back. So I'm going to bring it above the background, should be below the image of the lady sitting down. Okay, like this. Same thing here. Drag this to the top. Drag this. And this here. And the last. Drag this. Alright, so I'm going to be choosing the color. Color should be this color. So color this, and the last color should be this. So I'm going to reduce the opacity also, it shouldn't be too bright. So yes, 50 is cool. 50 opacity, and the next opacity 50. Alright, so we are almost done. Then over to shape, circle, so reduce it and then place it here, send to the back, and then it should be at the back of the human sitting down. So move this. Alright, so next thing is to bring in the circle shape again and color it this, then reduce the size, reduce it. I'm going to place it, increase it a bit, and then place it here. So let me move it up a bit, and then reduce the opacity to, so let me say reduce the opacity. So this will do. Then I will go over to shape again, another circle, then color gradient, color, where are you? So color gradient should be this, then reduce the size. I'm going to zoom in at this point, so place it in this circle, place it here and try to position it. Okay, so I will be sending this other one to the back of the other circle, this, sending it to the back. So let's move this up. Okay, should be behind this. Alright. Oh, I chose the wrong one. So it's supposed to be this. This one should go behind this circle. Okay, so this is it. So just copy this text and then +1, +1. Okay, then place in position, increase the text size, then over to center align. Alright, over to my position, move this up a bit. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out now, and then I'll copy this shape. So copy, increase the size, and place it here. So above here, then I'm going to write the date. Edit 18th March to 18th March. Okay. Increase the size. So I'm going to increase the size. So 18th March. 18th March. Okay, and reduce the size. So zoom in. Then this is okay. Reduce the line spacing. Alright. Okay. So this is good, and we are still we're almost done. So plus icon from gallery. So I'll bring in the lens flare, which is this. Alright, so over to the opacity and then reduce it. So I'm going to place this here and also copy, then put it behind the image. So just send it to the back of this image. Alright, so copy again, bring it here and also reduce the opacity. Okay. Then over to the plus icon and bring in these ribbons. Okay, I'm going to erase some of them. And just go back to crop, choose this. Okay, reduce the size. Bring this here. Still reduce it. Then over to copying this crop. I'm going to choose this. Copy and also over to 3D rotate and place it here too. And from gallery, I'm going to choose this and crop out this and still bring it below here. Then I'm going to go over to plus again, still bring in this and to crop this, and should be below. Okay, and we are good to go. So save as image, and that's how I was able to achieve this. Thank you, and see you in the next video. So you can also go over to Snapseed and also do some editing. So thank you for watching this video.